A British newspaper coming clean over its Mystery of Melania piece that was really fake news. It was riddled with false claims about the First Lady. The Telegraph writing, quote, "We apologize unreservedly to the First Lady and her family for any embarrassment. As a mark of our regret, we have agreed to pay Mrs. Trump substantial damages as well as her legal costs." So the question now is, will other media outlets be forced to do the same? The Conservative Partnership Institute's Rachel Bovard joins us live now. Rachel, good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
You know, when you see that part about we're sorry if we caused embarrassment, it seems like the embarrassment is really for the Telegraph.
Well, this is par for the course from mainstream media and the progressive left, who say they want to be taken seriously but can't be bothered to do any basic fact-checking and are more interested in publishing salacious lies about the First Lady. This is not the first newspaper we've seen in this situation. Last year, Mrs. Trump settled a lawsuit against the Daily Mail for $2.9 million, again against a Maryland blogger who claimed she was a high-end escort before becoming First Lady. So they want to be taken seriously, but they're not interested in actual facts. So what are we supposed to believe here?
Exactly. And let's back up what you're saying about a list of lies. We've got the list, at least a partial one. There's so many. Among the corrected errors, that her father was not a quote-unquote fearsome presence, did not control the family, as they alleged. She did not leave her studies due to an exam, but because she wanted to pursue a career as a model. Corrected the timing in which she even met the president. They got that basic fact wrong. Says she was not a struggling model, as they claimed when they first met, and she did not cry the night the president was elected. I mean, some of these are such basic facts. What year they met? How do they get these things wrong? It seems like they've got an agenda.
This is absolutely correct. These are basic, verifiable facts. And I think what's interesting here is that what was published in the Telegraph is actually an excerpt from a book, and the author is unrepentant. Again, she is accused of not fact-checking basic, verifiable facts, and yet she claims that she is correct. So again, the agenda is obvious here. They are, in any other world, on any other planet, Melania Trump would be revered by mainstream media and the left for being a strong, accomplished woman, an immigrant who speaks 6 languages, a devoted mother. But because her last name is Trump, we have to smear her all over the press instead of reporting actual facts.
It's outrageous, but you know what? She's fighting back. Not just here with the Telegraph, but another tweet caught my eye. Her spokeswoman, Stephanie Grisham, tweeted this, I believe yesterday. At FLOTUS often refers to opportunists out to advance themselves by disparaging her name and image. Mrs. Trump will not let people and the media outlets make up lies and false assertions in a race for ratings or to sell tabloid headlines. Then the tweet says, CC at Nina Burleigh and Simon & Schuster. I went online, checked it out on my Kindle, and Nina Burleigh wrote a book a few months ago, apparently, about the First Lady and other women in the president's lives, his previous wives. That seemed to be an interesting little threat.
Right, and that is the author of the piece, the excerpt that was published in the Telegraph. And again, you read the comments from Nina Burleigh in response. She is unrepentant in the face of actual facts that have been disproven. She looks like an agenda-driven journalist, and she is unrepentant in the face of it. This is an agenda out to smear the First Lady. Can you imagine if the press had treated Michelle Obama this way? People would be up in arms.
Absolutely.
And so this is absolutely inappropriate, and good for Mrs. Trump for standing up for herself.
So we'll see if the publisher will be targeted next. It's pretty interesting how they're fighting back. Rachel, we appreciate you being here.
Thanks for having me.
All right. A stunning move from New York's liberal governor after he signed a new law allowing abortions up until a baby's due date. Our next guest is a board-certified OBGYN. He says there's absolutely no reason for late-term abortions.